Welcome back to Amy Jo Junk Journals. This is Amy Jo. Sorry, I think I'm missing some things here. As promised, we're going to work in my travel journals, but I thought I had 2 more of these. Maybe not. This is from a travel paper pack. I know I'm not cutting these straight. I will when I decide what I'm doing with them. But off camera, I went ahead. Oh no, I had enough. This is correct. Anyway, I think. Anyway, you've all seen what I made for my travel journal. Well, I had it on my Etsy shop and decided that this would make a perfect travel journal. Quick flip through. Excuse me. I had this horrible cough. Anyway, so the first trip I started saving for, well, besides my first junk journal I made that I showed you all, the second trip I took was to Gatlinburg with Tina, her husband Todd, my husband Jim, and we went to Gatlinburg. So I kept, some things from that trip, and so I'm just going to start, I have receipts, I have our tickets for certain things we did, I have flyers that I'm going to make stuff out of. So I separated each trip, but what was this? Okay, this doesn't go in there. That's from an accident. But this is all Titanic related stuff. And this is the coaster that we went on. My husband picked up stuff too that I did not know he picked up. I don't need 2, but I don't need that. We didn't go there. Attractions, we did go here, went there. So I'm just going to go through here. I have my stuff and see what I can make out of this stuff for my junk journal. I also have stuff in my junk journal that, okay, this is from a trip we did my son and I did. This is a Boston thing from when he was a kid. So was this, I believe. Yeah. Looks like I got some of my stuff mixed up. Plymouth, that was Boston. I think this was too. Yeah. So I must have some stuff. Yep, New England Aquarium. That I didn't put in his junk journal. Or his or my stuff. Looks like this was from when he was a kid. We went to the Blue Man Group and stuff. Okay, that's a receipt. Blue Man Group. This is stuff I kept from, was gonna make us I made him, this is part of his, when I made him a, that's Pigeon Forge, and then this. Okay, this, I made him a scrapbook from when he had a trip to Boston with his band. So that's from that. So that will all go somewhere else. Okay, and then these are all the flyers and stuff I picked up, a book I picked up, and these are all things we did. So I don't know if I'll use any of this in this one, but let's whoa. Ah, about threw them away. Didn't mean to, but I about threw them away. So these things, I don't need anything to, maybe I'll put, although I like them just the way they are, but I could put something on the back to make them journaling spaces. Same thing with these. This was a roller coaster. That was pretty fun. I love that it has the date on them. Our old Smoky passport. That was pretty cool. The Titanic. I don't know why we have 3. I wonder where mine is. Oh, maybe this was just his receipt and those were our. Okay, so I honestly don't know. I think I'll just, see, I don't want to put stuff on the back of these because it tells us who we were and stuff on the Titanic. So those are pretty cool. This was a flyer. This was a amusement park at the top of a hill we went to. I don't think we went here, but, and then this I think is just, and that's the same thing as that, so I don't need 2 of those. We did do these tastings. Do I have 2 of these? I think that's the same thing as this. Oh, this was a coupon book with the attractions, so I'm going to keep this one. Okay, so let's see what I can do with these. Let me get my book out because there's stuff in here. See, I started this. I don't have any of our Alcatraz. I don't have my Gatlinburg there, so I have to put my Gatlinburg in here. And then the Stamp Expo. 2026. So yeah, there's some stuff in here, like these are just some places we went because I don't have a lot of the, I couldn't find a lot of the stuff that I had from San Francisco, although I, you know, kept it. I just don't know where it's at. So let's do the Gatlinburg things. So let's, I don't know what I can put on the back of here. I mean, this is our hotel receipt. It has some addresses on it, so I'm not gonna show this to you, but maybe I'll fold it where And just put it in there. I like that. Let me washi tape that on there. It's time to let go. That's pretty cool. Am I in frame? Yeah. This is some washi tape that has maps and stuff on it. So let's do that. And it's okay if it sticks over, because I just want it in there so that when we pull it out, we're like, okay, what is this? That's cute. I like that. So let's find some washi tape for that too. Going places. Yep, let's do this one. Oh, I got it crooked. So one of the great things about washi tape, and then we can I need to put in here, this was June 2018 trip to Tennessee. Tina, Todd, Jim, and Amy. Okay, let's see what's in here that I can put. I think it's just empty, so we could put some receipts. 1, 2, 3 in here. Here's another receipt. Let me see what receipt this is. This is salted caramel, and this is mountain java. Okay. Apparently we liked our moonshine while we were down there. Oops. And I put it back on there crooked again. So let's put 2 on here so it's not... Hopefully it won't come off. There. Okay, there's that, going places. And then these are, well, maybe not. Have any other? There's cars. What is this? Pizza. We had a lot of pizza while we were there. this is moonshine too. Trying to figure out what all these are. I think these were cups that we got, Michigan cups. So we'll put these here. We do not have them anymore. It looks like stainless steel Michigan. So let's use, let's see, what do I have here? Something fun, so let's use this. And then this is Dot Colors Moonshine. I mean, you can't go to Gatlinburg without getting moonshine, right? Cups, moonshine, and pizza. Let's do that. Luigi's Pizza. I need to use up some of my washi anyway. Don't let your receipts stay in the sun because they will turn brown, and long enough, if they're out there long enough, they will turn black. Okay. Let's find another pocket here. Let's make a tuck here. Oops. All right, we're doing the tuck on this side. Okay, and we're gonna put, let's back these with something, so the little ones, so we can just slide them in. Well, these two anyway. Okay, let's put one on the back of here. Nope, the back of here. I know it's not for that, but that's okay because it's, you know, different. Right? We don't need it to be the same. We want it to be a little different. So I'm just over off the side here on my glue book. You can see it a little bit back there, but that's okay. And I don't have pictures. I'm not one to take pictures. I am horrible when it comes to pictures because I'm in the moment. You know, my husband takes more pictures than I do. I think I have seen one picture from this time, and it was my husband and I on our balcony. Oops. There. Oh, I probably, well, I got that. And I want to put glue here so they don't fall out. And we did write that. Didn't I have something from this? Yes, right here I had these. So maybe I could put a small pocket here of some sort, like Our Journey, and put those in there. I like that. It's around these corners. How I wish my hands didn't shake. And this can go in there. Okay, let's find something to back this with. There's some Gatlinburg attractions, so let's find something in here. We didn't go to the aquarium, so let's do this. I don't even know how long we've been on here. Oh, it's only been 20 minutes, so we got time. I feel good just getting some of this done. I mean, I am not doing anything special with it, but I love that sea turtle. But that's all right. It's not what I'm here for. This one, I think we're just gonna cut where the tag is because I don't want to cut any of that off. So there's that. And there's that. And let's see. Guess I could put that there. Yeah, let's do that. Because I'm just documenting our trip. I don't need to like go super overboard on anything. I mean, the journal itself is pretty cool. Okay, let's make, see if I can make a tuck here. So this and this. Look at that, I can't do anything straight. That drives me nuts. I might have those days. Let's put this one here. That's our third Old Smoky receipt. They must have used up what they bought. I don't drink whiskey or moonshine, so I'm a wine kind of girl. So that would not have been me. Okay, I have to get rid of this glue page. It's okay. That can be pitched. I have 2 more receipts, and then my, oh, here's our Old Smoky passport. I guess that can go in there with that receipt. Let's, our Titanic, that thing has to go there. Let's, I feel like I'm out of frame. So let's, I don't remember going to this, but we did. I know we did. So let's do this. And I did it wrong again. Which is okay, I guess. Come on. Let's put the arcade cards. Well, I don't want to cover it up with anything, but we need this receipt and this receipt backed. So let's see if I can find this. Thing scared me to death. I am super afraid of heights. So let's see if we can find a picture of it. Put on the back of a receipt. I think this will go there. Yeah. Cried and cried and cried. My husband's walking around the thing just taking pictures, and people that did not know me were hugging me, and he is not even paying attention. He has no idea. It was so funny. And when he realized what was going on, he freaked out. And I'm like, just go back to taking your damn pictures. Leave me alone. These people are taking care of me. It was funny. He was taking videos to send to his brother. It was funny. I mean, probably not. You had to know my husband. He is so protective and kind of overbearing. And it was just cute. And Todd is afraid of heights too. So Tina was, you know, holding his hand and stuff, and so it was cute, but Todd was over there, look at Amy, she's so scared, and you know, it was fun. You know, it really was, because it was not that big of a deal. I mean, I was crying, but I mean, I wasn't like bawling, hyperventilating, crying. I was just, you know, this trolley system was a pain in the butt. We tried so hard to catch this trolley many times, you know, because of my fibromyalgia, and Tina has a bad ankle, and we could never get down the trolley system when it was gonna be able to pick us up or anything. So not once was we able to get on the trolley. We actually had to walk the whole thing. Get those down straight. Me and my shaky fingers. I think I got the trolley. So yeah, it was, we tried and tried and tried. Talked to many different people. Nowhere was it, back then, nowhere was it posted about the trolley system. We were not happy. Okay, let's see. So here's our Titanic stuff. That's the only thing we really did in Pigeon Forge. Oh, there's pretty. Those flowers. Oh, we ate over in Pigeon Forge too. It's some old mill type. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, let me see which best. That was me. This was my husband. So I'm going to use like, so we can read it. So let me use this for him. Maybe we should go up, flip it up, because we'll know then it will be, you won't be able to read it because it'll be upside down. So let's do this. Oh, come on. And then that, and then I'll put another, let me cut that off. This is actually a lot funner than I thought it would be. I mean, I don't decorate junk journals, I make them. So, but, you know, and my first one I decorated was not the best, but this one's kind of fun. There we go. So let's do the same thing with mine here, only I want to use this pretty flowers. These daisies. This is the stuff I got from the craft or the Stamp Expo. It is the All Create, I think. So I'm gonna put that down here. Oh, that's not very sticky, so let's run it over some glue. Oh, come on. Not having any luck with this either today. But it does feel good to be back in my craft room. Wipe off the excess glue. Should probably get this. Okay, let's do that. And then I'm surprised this glue isn't, or this washi isn't very sticky. It's brand new and it's not cheap washi. If anybody's bought washi from them, they know. It's like $6 for a very small roll. But it's pretty. So, okay, there's that. Now, well, that's not gonna work. I can trim off some of it. Let's see if I can get enough of it trimmed without losing anything to get them in here. You know, in this exhibit, they had, I mean, I can do that, and that. There's nothing on the back of them, so I could actually glue these down. I think I'll do that. They had a spot where you could touch the water, and I think it was something like 28 degrees, just like it was when the Titanic went down. And that water was very, very cold. And they had a replica of the, where the stairwell, or the stairs in the, you know, the famous dining room scene, the stairs right there. And they were talking about, when they gave us our tour, they were talking about how this new flooring had went in that was very, very expensive. And it was, they put it in this ship because it was new and it was expensive and it was beautiful and all this and that. And she started laughing and she goes, "It was linoleum." And we just started laughing. Because that's not people's first choice nowadays. But you know, back then it probably was very expensive, and it would looked pretty in the, you know, in the replica that we were standing in. It looked like it was something a lot more expensive than the. Okay, we gotta figure out where to put these. I don't want to add another spot just to, maybe I can add a pocket here and put them here. I like that idea. So I don't want another R journal or travel or anything like that. So let's see if I can find something in here to make that'll say Gatlinburg or something. Maybe just this. Let's see if I can. straighten this up. I hope y'all can still see what I'm doing and I'm not too far off. That doesn't look very straight. Let's see if I can straighten that up with my scissors. A little bit. And then I can... That really doesn't. I want to see the total, so that shows the total. So let's... None of the bags I used are going to be in here. I don't know if I like that or not. I really don't need two, but my husband and I each had one. So, okay, there's Gatlinburg done. I just need to journal in some spots. And then the next trip would be, I'm gonna put a thing on here because that one is in here. California is in here. So the next one would be Boston 2022. So it's already a chunky monkey and I only have 2 trips in there, but it still stays shut. So I'm liking that. Thank you very much for joining me in this, adding some of my stuff here. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how you do your traveling journals, if you do something different. I know most people add pictures, but I am so caught up in the moment with my husband and I. We just love to see sights. We like to sightsee. We like to go into different shops and look around and see what is unique to that area, that him and I usually do not take a lot of pictures, and which is okay because we like to experience the moment, and we just really love to see what is there, what we don't get to see at home, and we really love to be in the moment. I like to put something Gatlinburg there, I think. Oh, 2018 vacation guide. I think I'm going to put that in there. That would look cute there. Because that's when we were there. And Tina made that, so that works out great for us. Just like that. I like that. Okay. So, yeah, so we really don't take a lot of pictures. I mean, I know our kids are going to regret that probably. Our kids take a lot of pictures of their kids and, you know, things like that. And we probably should too. However, we do not. We did when they were younger. And we have photo albums for each one of them. They mostly have them now, but so yeah. But we have our memories, and these like, we spent quite a bit in the arcade, and we had a ball because there was a lot of 80 arcade games in there that we all grew up on. So yeah. But anyway, let me know what how you do your junk journals, and don't forget the thumbs up, and if you aren't a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Thank you, and you all have a blessed day.